Right now we're talking about a catchphrase. If you had to have a catchphrase before and or after everything you said.
What would it be?
Well, I think I had a lot of people say just like single word ones, like all right or okay or things like that.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that makes a lot of sense because if you're going to be saying it after everything or before everything, you don't want it to be the length of a sentence because then you're saying a sentence before or after every sentence, and then
and then everything you say starts to get longer and longer and longer.
I also had a number of, just one-word ones, and more at the beginning of the sentence than at the end.
Definitely, yeah.
I got a lot of sorry, but, listen, decidedly, truly, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, I got
like
a couple at the end, like, ones like, right, or, things like that, like just little end things that people kind of say, some people just say anyway.
Yeah.
In sentences, maybe not all the time, but that wouldn't be totally out of place at the end of every sentence.
One trend I didn't predict with this one, because I just did the groupings, there were a lot of people who had, when they're doing comic book violence and you've got sort of the pow. There were answers.
Really?
One person wanted to say pow at the end of every sentence. One person wanted to say zam, boom. I'm gonna out that was actually Mr. Denny. Mr. Denny said boom. I'm ruining the sanctity of our results there, but he said boom. So that was an interesting trend. I don't know if they would have
I did not have the same thing. I had one person just say that they wanted to just have 6 seconds of silence before and after everything they said.
Okay.
So they would just be like, you would ask them a question, they would just go. Yeah, that sounds good. And then they would just more silence.
That would allow the other person to talk over you, which would actually be, it'd be really convenient. One interesting one that I got was shalom. Say shalom before or after every state. It has multiple meanings, so I guess that would work out, but that was an interesting one. Another, thank you, I'm here all week. That was probably one of the longest ones I got. But, if you're gonna say jokes for 100% of your existence.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta keep it like that.
Just mine, personally, I was toying with, should it please your grace? And my reason for that is you'd address the person, be a little cheeky, but you could also say it before or after the sentence.
That's true.